Alright, so this is my fourth video of the Peru Mall. Here on Saturday night, December 4th, 2021, in the middle of the holiday shopping rush. And it's not looking very good for this mall for a Saturday night. So we're gonna do something a little different for this video for this year. As I point my camera to some of the storefronts, I will tell you what I remember from the 80s and 90s, what those stores were. And then I will challenge you to figure out also what those stores were, because I don't remember everything. So here we go. Let's take a nice walk through this mall here on a Saturday night. So as you can see there, that is an empty Bergner store. That's an original Anchor. What you're seeing in front of me is the empty Sears store that used to be the Montgomery Ward's, and where Joann Fabrics is right now used to be MC Sporting Goods, originally a Brown Sporting Goods. Fashion Bug. County Seat, where I bought a lot of clothes at back in the day. Now, if I remember correctly, that white storefront was Afterthoughts, and then next to it was K Jewelers. Now that corner there, that was a Suncoast video store, but before that it was a Caramel Corn. And an Orange Bowl was in that area as well. So as we walk down this long corridor towards the theater and the arcade, which used to be a gold mine arcade, the owner of this mall, GK, was supposed to redevelop this property and bring in some more outward facing stores, build apartments, and tear the Bergners down to make room for those said apartments. And it was supposed to have happened, I think, this past year, or started, and it never has. More stores have closed out of this mall, including Famous Footwear and Christopher and Banks. They went bankrupt. Famous Footwear moved next to Kohl's, north of 80. So hopefully soon GK will do what they promised to bring this mall back to life in some shape or form. Every time I come back here to visit, it gets more disappointing and more depressing. So up ahead at the end of that wing that is way up ahead, I believe Sofro Fabrics was down there. That's a tongue twister. As you look straight ahead, next to Maurice's, that was a shoe sensation and a sports sensation. Electronics Boutique and Orange Bowl. Finish Line. Next to Finish Line was a disc jockey record store, and next to Maurice's was a Sam Goody. As of 2 years ago, as you can see, that was Victoria's Secret. Next to the Sam Goody was a GNC, which closed recently. And as you just saw in the background and in the reflection, that used to be merry-go-round, which is now buckle. As you see coming up with Claire's, that used to be a Goodall bakery. We used to stop and get cookies there all the time. Now, since I was here last time, that Bergner's has been walled off. So this was an original anchor, Bergner's. Sad that they closed. I miss them. Where that CBD shop is, or was, that was Fannie Mae. Where that old school Bath and Body Works is right now, that used to be a shoe store. I forgot the name of it. And where that black storefront is, that was a Baskin Robbins. This wing I'm going down, off on the left, was Sbarro Pizza. Then there was a Swiss Colony and an LB shoe store. And then on your right was an A&W hot dog and root beer place, a country cottage store, and then at the end was a Made Right diner. Across from Bath and Body Works, that was a Sterling Optical on that corner, and next to it was Radio Shack. And also on that same side, what the last tenant was Hot Topic. However, there was a clothing store called Man Alive, and then of course the ever famous KB Toy Store, and Music Land was on that side as well. And then off to the right, Foot Locker was right there. And of course, the Marshalls used to be a Walgreens. And Spencer's moved down a couple of spots from where it's at now. Okay, now as we come up this ramp into the 1979 edition, on the left was a Leslie Shoes, and then later it was a Curlin's, and then across from it was a Chess King, and then it was Famous Footwear, and then they closed this past year to move up by Kohl's. And as you're gonna see, this whole wing is pretty much dead. Going all the way down to the old Pennies. Off on the left where the Boost Mobile is, I remember that being a women's clothing store called Northern Reflections. Where Christopher and Banks is, I think that's where the old Fashion Bug was. And somewhere in that area, I think, was the Great American Hot Dog Experience. Right here, you have the old Payless store and the Curlin's Hallmark store in its most recent location. Here was an original tenant, though limited, kept its retro signage throughout. Coming up on the left was Walden Books, and next to it was Corn Dog on a Stick. Later on, it was called Burgers and Buns for a little bit, and then Ditto's Pretzels. On the right, now my memory fails me on one of these storefronts, but there was a Pearl Vision, a Hot Sam Pretzels, and then that foot massage place was a Gordon jewelry store. And then the storefront I'm facing right now used to be a Berean bookstore. That was the last tenant in that spot. And we head toward the empty anchor of J.C. Penney's, an original anchor to the mall from 1979 when the mall was added to. So I just want to thank you for walking through this mall with me. Remembering some of the stores that were in the mall from my memory from the 80s and 90s. Hopefully something will be done with this mall soon. Hopefully GK will execute their plan that they have to redevelop this property with new stores and new outlots and of course the apartments. This is looking very sad every time I come back down here. Who knows what'll probably end up closing next. So if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, please, for a lot more content to come. Make sure that you like, comment, and share these videos, please. And probably next year, I'll probably be back down here. This will probably be a yearly thing since this is my hometown shopping mall, quote unquote. God bless you guys. Continue shopping at your local businesses and continue shopping at your local mall. Thank you very much. You guys are awesome.